Replicants are like any other machine. They're either a benefit or a hazard. If they're a benefit, it's not my problem. Common saying amongst RepDetect officers. Hello, and welcome to Electric Memory, a Blade Runner campaign set in the world of the films and using the system published by Free League Press. We are also using the Roll20 virtual tabletop, including the wonderful music provided within the platform. As a content note, this game deals with many of the same themes as the film, including unreliable memory, mistaken identity, mistaken heritage, and loss of innocent life. Viewer discretion is thus advised. This goes especially for tonight, as there might be, depending on the choices that the PCs make, uh, escalating violence, especially violence against replicants, uh, possibly even a lynching or two. So if this is a problem for anyone, this is why we use the X card for player safety. And again, viewer discretion highly encouraged. Also, here's the spiel. As an Angelino, I can tell you straight up that the LAPD sucks, but they have always sucked, and they will probably continue to suck until the heat death of the universe. This show is not meant to be propaganda in any way, and instead will work to highlight the corruption and abuse inherent in institutions like the LAPD and anyone else given literal licenses to kill. So, all those warnings firmly in place. Players, please introduce yourselves and your characters to the audience.
Hello, everyone. I am Aaron. You can find me pretty much everywhere as Great Cthulhu in some fashion. My pronouns are she, they, they. I will be playing Evie Tafana tonight, whose pronouns are she, they.
Hello, I am Ben, Big Dad. I'm playing Evan. Hello, child. I know you can see me. And forget that Evan wore glasses the last time he was here. That's a lie. Awesome. You can all say hello to my child in the chat. Apparently, she's watching and she's awake past bedtime.
Wow. Hi, I'm Eric. I will be playing Foster Worth, also known as Frosty the Snowman, the Snake in the Grass replicant Blade Runner.
Is it me?
It is you.
It is. Sorry. Anyways, hello. My name is Leo. You can find me here at Leo the Black. Yeah. And today I'll be playing Tanner the Rego ness. Yeah. Go on.
All right. Thank you for that. I am your game runner. My name is Rachel. I am she, her, and you can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere, including here, because that's how you found us. We are down 2 characters today. That's fine. One of them got sent to a farm upstate.
Oh my god, you fucking
Oh,
killed
all my
Quinn?
dogs are there.
You
Let's go
killed
visit.
Quinn?
Let's go visit all my dogs, gang.
Let's
Uh,
do it.
Peaceful episode of Blade Runner of all time.
I mean, they're probably just having fun farming bug protein.
Maybe we can find Morton there.
Rainbow Bridge bug farming.
Yeah, if you
Sorry, that's
figure
dark.
out
That's
if
so
you figure
dark.
out where to go, you can go there.
Wait, are we just making the replicant do forced labor?
He is a freeholder, thank you.
Indentured servant, sir.
Now, did he have a... This is really
It is strongly implied in the movie that Sapper Morton is some kind of freeholder.
That's the Batista?
Yes.
Yeah, but, like, could he have been anything else, really?
I mean, he could have been a lot of things.
If he wasn't a replicant.
This is true. All right.
Oh, she said goodnight.
Oh, good night, Gremlin.
Night, Gremlin.
I'm looking for my cat. I also sometimes call Gremlin. Anyway, we are also down a Quinn, so in the way of players who are missing. Quinn is around and doing stuff and will probably get called in by Joshi at some point for unique tasks. Who knows? Anyway, we do have a recap. It is a little shorter, uh, written by Eric, but Aaron, if you don't mind.
Sure. Cassius messages everyone to meet in Piss Alley. There he declares that he is out of rep detect on account that he's a replicant. Surprise! Foster proposed killing Holden and then bombing the LA police funeral to Styles. He will consider it and send it up the flagpole. Around the same time, Evie arrives with Cassius to also deal with Styles. Foster sees them, hides, and listens in. At first, Cassius threatens Styles with violence. After being talked down some, Cassius softens his language and offers the replicant Blade Runner a chance to hide out on a farm. Cassius accepts. What choice does he have after all? Tanner goes to Rhiannon Wilder and drops that he suspects Foster of being up to no good. Does he have any evidence? No, not yet. Everyone gets a ping to investigate a murder taking place in Chinatown. A replicant was seen murdering someone in the street. Quinn looks at the body and discovers that their neck was snapped. Evie talks to a witness at a known criminal establishment and turns up the heat. Tanner speaks with a young girl who recalls a large replicant named Sapper Morton being present at the time of the assault. Morton has books and gives her books all the time. Foster receives a message from Styles imploring him not to kill Morton. The replicant accidentally spills coffee all over the blood prints on the street where the assault took place. I see that's what the secret hole was. Meanwhile, Cassius walks into a farm and meets with the one-eyed leader of the replicant rebellion. Soon, a large man with glasses arrives. His name is Sapper Morton. Come inside, he offers the Blade Runner. Did you want some soup?
Okay. And so with Morton and Cassius enjoying some of, the best canned yeast soup available, we turn the camera back to the investigators in the middle of a very dirty, very crowded Koreatown. You have, the man's name. Yes.
When you say dirty and crowded, is that relative for future
Relative, yes.
LA? Okay.
Yes. All right. So you have his name. And I believe that is all the information that you got, apart from the fact that he likes to trade books with the small homeless child.
Yeah, as I recall, I pulled Tanner away from the child because I forgot to mention this, of course, 'cause I just put the recap together, but he had suggested that she go to the local Yakuza syndicates for
Oh, yeah, that was
assistance
funny.
with food or whatever else she may need. So Foster's like, yeah, please stop talking and come with me this way.
Just trying to be a good person, man.
You don't send someone to the Yakuza for anything.
Good boy.
Unless you want to send them, here, have some new employees.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
you're right.
Or to keep foreigners out of their neighborhoods.
Kind of difficult now. Everyone in LA is just sort of living on top of everyone else.
Listen, my experience with the Yakuza comes from a game series set in Japan.
Fair.
Called Yakuza.
Okay.
Yes.
Speaking of
Strong recommendation, by the way.
speaking of Evan, everyone got a good night's sleep before beginning this mystery that extends to Evan, so feel free to regain a resolve, unless you are at max.
I am now at maximum.
Okay. You're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Is there anything that you sort of wanted to have accomplished in the interim?
So the only thing I missed out on, I guess, was I tried to get a hold of Quinn the end of the very last session I was here to force her
Okay.
to remove Cassius's KIA and all his biometric data from the LAPD system.
Okay.
And I was like, we'll do it next session because we're so close to midnight. And then I
Yeah,
got
whoops.
sick.
Yeah, so, what you will find out from Quinn, is that they have, manufactured a fake identity for Cassius. And so, yeah, they did roll high enough so that Cassius can leave the city if they need and like present their ID to New York or Chicago or wherever and have it accepted. The moon base.
I guess he would still then try to pressure her to not delete Cassius and stuff, but take somebody else's and copy and paste it over what Cassius had.
Okay. That will be up to when Quinn returns, if that is what they want to do. Because they got something like 5 successes. It was nuts. Okay, so I assume that we could just have you wander on scene. You sleep in, nice long morning.
Do my
Check your
whole
KIA.
skincare routine, do all my breast crunches, stare at myself in the mirror as I wear my face mask to reduce puffiness.
Okay, Patrick Bateman.
That's the whole vibe I got from Doxy, so
Tell us about your business. What's your business card like?
I don't think we have those anymore.
No, there's no paper.
But if I said the color, the offset of the off white I would use would be bone.
Not eggshell?
No, bone.
Okay. Do you have like an existential crisis when someone provably has better taste than you?
I just write it off to them having more money since I'm a cop.
That's fair.
I also don't
Well,
know
I
why
mean,
Evan also doesn't know why he cares so much about business cards. Must be something in the old scrambled brain banks.
who knows who your template could have been?
There's nothing wrong with loving Huey Lewis in the news, though.
God, I
Sometimes
hope it's
when
hip to be square survived the blackout.
Sometimes when I'm sending an email to someone named Paul, I'll open it, hey Paul, just cause. Anyway. Alright. Yeah, so the three of you, Quinn is around, are investigating when I imagine Evan wakes up, does his Patrick Bateman skincare routine, checks his KI unit, you get the case notes, and I assume you would go there to meet the rest of the squad?
Sure.
Okay. So, cut to Evan arriving in his own skimmer. Any sort of conversation that you want to have with Evan, any sort of catch-up you want to do?
I have nothing to say to that narc, so Foster's going to go to see what Evie's up to.
I think Evan's deeply offended by that.
I think Ben's deeply offended by the mere idea.
So I think Evie is actually doing real paperwork for once because she wants to bring in that dumb piece of shit that was lying to her face. Because we can hold them for what, 24 hours?
Longer if you bring them in on a Friday.
Oh, wonderful. This is like, yeah, she promised she was going to make his life hell. So yeah, she'll set the not subpoena, what's the word I want?
APB?
Police report?
Yeah, yes, that thing. And be like, yeah, I need this person to come in Friday. We're gonna hold them for questioning.
Okay.
Foster will just remark that Evie's doing paperwork on the the dash to the skimmer or something like that. Like, wait, you're done? You're filling out a report? Or do my eyes deceive me?
There's just well, I had a little chat with some of the wonderful employees of a nearby factory, very obviously running some sort of hustle in the area. I'm assuming protection racket. That's what it smelled like. Lied to me about how the fight went down. Told me his friend got punched, which we very know his neck got snapped. So I'm gonna bring him in and we're gonna keep him for the weekend and see what he decides to blab from his dumb mouth.
Yeah, sounds like fun, boss. You should really let me fill that out for you, though. And,
Oh.
you got more important things to do, I'm sure. I think Evan just pulled up.
You know what,
the spinner.
Foster? You've done nothing but impress me lately with your forthrightness and honesty. Here you go. Fuck you, Eric, and your ridiculously amazing roles.
Physically, how clean is Foster as he walks away from me? As soon as I arrive?
There's only a small sprinkle of coffee on his
So
otherwise
impossibly
perfectly
clean
white slacks.
for being on the streets of LA. Impossibly clean.
Yeah, impossibly clean. Yeah, and that's because of
Bye,
course he
bye.
spilled the coffee all over the crime scene. Whoopsies. So he'll take the time and he'll sit there and he'll creatively edit the police report to say it was a physical altercation that took place between these ne'er-do-wells, and they need to be brought into in for processing to get the whole story. And of course, I'll leave Evie Tofana's signature on the bottom of the police report, and I'll just fill in the blanks. Over
Okay.
coffee, of
So
course.
since they're busy, I guess Evan would go talk to Tanner to get caught up on what's happening.
All right.
I think
let's see
Tanner's
what
been wanting to
goes.
talk to Evan anyway for a while, for a hot minute.
You're on mute.
Yeah.
So you got your partner with you.
Partner.
Your
What are you
kid.
talking
You're holding.
about?
You're holding your kid.
Oh, the kid. I thought you were in there. But
No.
yes, right now I do. What can I do for you,
So
Evan?
what's going on here? I assume it's not a bad crime scene since Foster's completely clean.
Yeah, well, basically there was a murder. They think it was a replicant. Basically got his
Based
head
on what?
completely... What'd you say?
Based on what?
Based on the dead body that was there at one point. No, neck completely turned around. Got kind of bloody too.
Did I see any blood?
What?
There. Well, so all right. Give me an observation roll.
1, and I'm not pushing it.
You sure?
Yeah, that's the kiss of death right there.
All right.
Actually, I rolled
Uh,
maximum, so there's no reason for me to push.
Fair. All right. So, the streets and the walls and everything here are, as described before, very dirty, stained with any number of, other bodily fluids, other people's blood, oil, grease. You do find what look like are some relatively recent bloodstains. Nothing huge or like what you would expect at like the site of a grisly murder. More like a little spatter here, a little spatter here. What you would expect from a street fight.
Okay. Yeah, this dude wasn't stabbed or anything, right?
No, no one is alleging any sort of weaponry was used. Which means if this guy was a replicant, he did kill someone with his bare hands.
And I basically what I told him, well, blood, Foster decided to spill coffee on it. So,
Why?
good question. Not sure. Definitely seems like he's hiding something.
Right? You ever check out his records?
No, but
Interesting
I think
stuff
that-
in there.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's where I was planning on
flawless
heading.
record.
Flawless long record.
I know he's met the big man a couple of times, hasn't he?
Many times, I bet.
So this guy's old.
And I just look Tanner straight in the eye and say, yes.
Oh boy. I'm
It's
getting
still like
too old
this.
for this.
Still not blinking. Letting it, making sure it hits. Yes.
Yeah. No, that's a project that I am currently working on as well. I also have I got a couple projects in the works currently. So,
No, it's not. Let's focus on the case. We can talk about this later over some lunch or something.
agreed.
Got any other witnesses?
Yeah, actually, little girl saw him. We even have the name of the perp.
Yeah.
Yep, his name is Morton. Apparently, he's a farmer, and he also
Yeah. That's
has
kinda funny.
real
Morton
books.
the Salt. I like it.
Yeah. Check that out. He's got real books made with real paper. Yeah. That's kind of where I got
Then he's a
that's-
farmer?
Yep. I think it's a protein farm, correct?
He was in Koreatown to try and sell his nematodes.
He was in Koreatown to try sell his nematodes currently, and apparently, this little girl and their mother, there was a scuffle. There was like some sort of rent disagreement of some sort, or some sort of goods exchange that didn't go too well, and let's just say people were hounding the little girl and the mom, and Morton stepped in. That's from what I got from the conversation.
Do we have any idea on the dead guy?
Nope. No, I believe Quinn was handling that. I haven't really.
Quinn!
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 So we'll say for now that the reason the Quinn isn't here is because she has already gone to the morgue and is doing the autopsy, the identification, and all of that.
Quinn, leave it to the coroner and the medical examiner's assistants. It's not your job. This is not X-Files.
But they like it there. It's comforting.
But did we actually I don't think anyone legitly observed the body itself, like in terms of like jewelry, anything like that. So could we actually do that?
Like a wallet or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me an observation roll, please.
To check for
Okay.
a wallet?
Well, to see what information you find.
Alright. Ooh, together we got 3.
Nice. Actually, should that be like a?
Okay, should I have done
Help.
help instead?
If you're assisting, you only roll 1 die, if I'm not mistaken.
You want me to roll a helping, Rachel?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Alright, just the 2 on
Yeah, we can do that. But 2 9s? Come on, man.
Come on, you're at full
Just edging
full
us.
resolve. You're at full resolve.
No.
Evan. Just push that roll. Just push it.
Alright.
Just push that roll.
Sure.
Do it.
Nope, exactly the same number.
You should push it again.
Oh, I can
mean,
do
you
it
push
again because I'm yeah. What are the? Yeah, we got 3. Replicants rule. Suck it, humans.
Suck at humans.
Okay.
I got beer in my eye.
Cool. So, you learn that the guy's name was Sage Wednesday.
Say Wednesday.
Sage Wednesday. Thank you behind the name.
Sounds like a bad fanfiction character.
Well, I mean, the witness who called it in is Anakin Beckett, so
Still a bad.
Anyway, let me just put those names in the Discord.
Sage Wednesday.
Yes. All right, and
Let's look
so
up his Tumblr because he's clearly on there.
Known siblings, Ash Wednesday.
that's and Palm Sunday. That's his cousin, actually.
What you get back is that Sage Wednesday is pretty much exactly what you would expect from a criminal lowlife. Uh, he has a long rap sheet, a lot of it for very petty crime, uh, things like disturbing the peace or petty theft, things like that. Um, Nothing that ever landed him an extensively long prison sentence, but it's very clear that this guy makes his living by crime. Anakin Beckett is one of his known associates, along with a couple other names. Who would you presume to be the gentleman from the bar that Evie visited? Speaking of Evie, you are getting a phone call.
Oh,
I like
who's ringing?
It is from FISA.
Oh, interesting. Oh boy. I'm still in the car with Foster too. Great. For no reason for me not to be suspect of Foster, so I answer the phone in the car.
Okay, so do you pick up?
I do.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get a hold of Quinn, but they're not picking up their phone.
Oh,
And
Oh. Um. They're a little indisposed right now.
okay, so I just want to say I'm really sorry. I tried really hard to stop it, but my editor overruled me.
Stop what?
The look, there was some confidential informant. I don't know who it is.
What?
Don't look so happy, Ben.
Okay, why
Sorry.
do we start at the beginning?
Eric is holding a clipboard that might not have been seen on the video because of the crowd.
I saw it. I glanced
No,
out.
I
and
mean
saw
like on
it.
the stream. He's taking notes on a clipboard, viewers.
he's like, what are you gonna say next, Evie?
Uh, Faiza, start at the beginning. What? I don't. What?
Just
What?
when you see it at the newsstands, it's not my fault, and I tried to stop it.
Oh, it's already out. Great. Wonderful. Okay. Cool. We'll probably chat later after I see what this is.
Yeah, I'll try and be around.
Wonderful. She'll hang up. Hey, Foster.
Yeah, what's up, boss?
You might swing near a corner store so I can pick up the latest issue of Kill magazine.
You actually read that garbage? Whatever you say, boss.
Apparently, there's a breaking news exclusive on the cover.
Oh, okay, right away. Sound the report, starts up the spinner, and off we go.
Okay, you don't have to go far. This is exactly the sort of neighborhood where Kill magazine sells very, very well in. The cover story is an expose of the inappropriate relationship between LAPD Rep Detect and Wallace Corp.
Oh.
It extensively, the article that as you page through, it extensively makes claims such that Wallace Corp is seeding secret replicants throughout society, and that LAPD Rep Detect is failing at their job by either knowingly allowing this or refusing to investigate the secret replicants, which Wallace Corp has somehow designated as special. There is an insinuation that the late Senator Bannister knew all about this, and that's why he got dead. And so, give me insight, Evie, please.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, that's not.
I will give you advantage.
Okay. So that's a D. I roll a D12 then in addition. Okay.
Push.
What's your resolve at, friends?
Did you say we all got a good night's sleep, or was that just Evan that got a good night's sleep?
Well, so you refreshed your resolve last session.
Okay, so
It
I'm
was
at 2. I can take
okay.
1. But here's the thing: if I roll any more ones, it's bad. It's real bad.
Hey, I'm not in the car with you. Keep going.
All right, let's fucking go. I guess I'm pushing, so I'm gonna push this D10. Okay, that's still a nothing,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna re-roll this D12. Hey, oh, let's
All
fucking
right.
go!
How'd you roll that many
Okay.
Wow.
5s, though?
So, you are reading. So you're reading this article, and a couple things occur to you. First, this is something that takes weeks, if not months, to do, of tracking down sources and verifying claims. Which, even for a rag like Hill Magazine, for a story this big, they absolutely would want to make sure that they do. And the insight that you make with your 2 successes is the confidential sources within the department. Holden. It's Holden.
Oh,
And that sense of betrayal and shock is what damages your resolve.
so imitating Cassius for a moment, Evie starts punching the dashboard of the fucking scanner. God fucking damn it, that piece of racist shit!
Who talked?
I'll give you one guess, Foster. Who is the most until last week? Who is the most racist piece of shit in our office?
Oh, am I gonna lose my job if I talk honestly?
You can always talk honestly around me, Foster.
Of course, thank you. If I had to guess, it's Holden.
Ding 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 ding. I'm gonna give you a gold star on your.
Wow, well, that is very unfortunate.
I don't think I have any control over reviews, if I'm being honest, Foster. But if I did, I'd give you a gold star.
That sounds very unfortunate, boss. So, what do you think we should do about it?
I want to break his kneecaps, but that's probably not the legal thing we should do.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. Don't worry about him, boss. He's just talking out of his behind.
She'll hand the magazine to Foster. Like, Foster, flip through this. This is not a smear piece. This is an expose. This is bad.
Magazine?
Look at it. She'll hand the magazine over to Foster.
His eyes will just scan it calmly, and then at certain points, his eyes will grow large, and then like go cold for a second. And he'll be like, "Excuse me a moment. I need to finish this coffee outside the spinner." He puts the Kill magazine down, gets out with his coffee, and just doesn't sip the coffee at all. Instead, he disappears into an alleyway with his pager, and he messages Styles with like, regarding the, okay, it's a short message. So, expedite my request. Read Kill Magazine's new expose.
Okay, and so which request are you referencing?
The one from last session where I said, "Hey, we should probably kill Holden now."
Okay. Well, the thing is the damage is already done. The magazine is out.
Yeah, but the crusade is not over.
That's true. And so the message that you get back, and this is in like pager speak, so it's a little difficult to parse. But essentially, you are being told that is being backburnered, because there's about to be a lot of anti-replicant violence in the city. And Styles is more concerned with getting known replicants out of a bad situation.
Okay. I'll just simmer on that and then go back into the spinner and go, "Wow, great." Toss the coffee off the side and then go, "Wow, I really needed that." Whew, all right. Well, what should we do now, boss? And obviously, this is really bad news.
Yeah. Oh God, I don't want to talk to Joshi. Oh, I
I
don't
have
want to
to,
talk.
I think. She's the one who's most closest to Wallace Corporation between her and Holden.
Yeah. Oh shit. I can call someone at Wallace Core too.
So can I. Maybe we should call them together. Hmm?
Okay, that sounds good. Or maybe we should just pay him a visit. How about that? This feels
Sure.
like a house call moment. What do you think?
This time, though, I'm going to recommend, in fact, I'm going to insist that we check our guns at the door.
Fine, especially after that Betty met male violence. I'm sure it'll be totally fine to go in unarmed into Wallace Core.
Oh, goody.
Just want to let you know, Tanner was interrogating a young child and recommending them to seek refuge with the local Yakuza. You may want to rein him in a little bit.
So, speaking of, Tanner and Evan, you essentially see Evie and Foster just take off.
Do we see
Finish it.
Foster just like get up, go into an alley, walk out, throw his coffee on the ground, and get
Yeah,
back
that's a
in the
good
car?
question.
Basically, yes.
Just doing
Well,
weird
I mean,
shit.
Is
Is it like watching a cat do weird things? Like you can't look away.
I'm gonna rewind that a little bit. Foster, were you trying to be stealthy or circumspect?
Not in Koreatown. Like, he was just walking
Okay.
into an alley, looked like he was checking his phone, and then walked back in, you know?
All right, then yes, you would have seen it. Otherwise, I would have had you roll off stealth.
Are you
versus
saying the white
observation.
suit doesn't blend in Korea?
I mean,
Well, that was
with
weird.
with a suit that
Yeah.
clean, he stands out anywhere.
Yeah, are they fucking us on this?
I don't know, but I don't trust that guy one bit.
He has never
the
done
record.
anything to make you not trust him.
For the record,
That you've
we
seen.
had like one conversation the entire game, and it took place in the bar when your character was
Oh,
drunk.
really? Okay,
Really?
just because I was drunk does not mean I didn't know what you were doing.
You didn't know what I was
Mr.
doing.
Prod
I
for
borrowed your
information.
KIA because I locked mine in the spinner.
Okay.
Well, I
And
know-
that's about all that happened. I asked you for your phone to make a phone call.
Yeah, no. Every time that Foster has had to make a obfuscation or a stealth roll, he's done really well. None of you have any reason to mistrust him and not think that he's a perfectly well-behaved replicant.
Disagree. He is fairly rude to
I'm one
Evan.
of the good ones, and you're just jealous, Evan, okay?
This is why Evan pulled your file.
He's a very, very weird man. Or
All right, so
Don't
back,
call him that.
well, considering he's trying to hide evidence, like I said.
I spilled my coffee. It happens.
Listen, any
No.
replicant that's been around that long has made deals with bad people.
Yeah, they just should
That's
also know not to bring
racist.
coffee to a crime scene.
No, it's not. It's a matter of finance. I know how much cops make,
Specifically us.
and I don't know how much cutting-edge life extension surgeries cost. So therefore, it's not in my wheelhouse. It's not on his salary.
What do you think happened? Evie just ran out of here like a bat out of hell.
I don't know. It has something to do with their sister.
So I would like observation rolls from Evan and Tanner, please.
Okie doke, I can do that. Observation.
We both got a 1.
Anyone
Both
care to
got one.
push?
Let me try to find.
I'm
the
at
tab
full
here.
resolve. Of course I'll push. No!
Oh. I want to push that 5 though.
Okay.
50-50 chance. Why not? Fuck my life. Okay,
Wow.
never mind.
Yeah!
Wow.
Double ones, man.
This is gonna be one of those nights.
All right, give me my.
Okay. All right. Well, I will wait for Papa Tanner to come back
In
before
the
I
meantime, are
narrate
there
what
any other
happened.
tasks we have to perform at the site? Like the body has been taken, photos have been taken, like everything's taken care of so far?
So you could look for more witnesses to question.
So it's just due diligence at this part, and nothing that we're
Right.
actually for. Okay.
All right. Sorry about that.
All right. So, the both of you, you're so wrapped up in having this conversation with each other that it takes you a little while to pick up on this. And what throws you is, uh, all of a sudden, people are watching you, and they are whispering to each other about you. They have clearly made you, or word is spreading very quickly that you are members of Rep Detect.
Yeah, didn't they see us going over? Didn't they see him going over a crime scene, and us standing next to my Rep
Absolutely
Detect,
did.
my LAPD spinner?
But there is something a little weird and a little sinister and a little threatening
I would just glare at
about.
one of them until they stop looking at me.
Okay. He will spit on the ground in front of you, and just growl out, "Fucking skin job."
What's yo? What was that for? You not gonna answer me?
He just
I'm gonna kind of be confrontational. Like, what was that for?
looks you up and down. What, you a skin job too?
Talking to my friend all wrong here, pal. We're here to keep the replicants off the streets. Keep you safe.
Yeah, tell me another
Pretty
one.
much. Yeah, well, we're here to investigate this, I guess, murder.
You see what happened here?
Yeah, it was another fucking skin job. Killed someone.
Oh, you saw it. Cool. Yeah, we could bring you in for questioning, right?
Nah, I didn't see it. I bet
You
everyone
just
knows what
told me you
happened.
saw it.
Everyone knows what happened.
Okay, can you find one that can testify about it? I can't because I'm clearly just a skin job. I'm not special like you.
Where's this Morton at?
How fuck do I know? He did business over there. And just points to one of the buildings crowding the alleyway.
So you saw
At
him,
the
but
very
you didn't
next-
see him kill a guy?
Didn't have to.
What's that mean? What's that supposed to mean?
Everyone knows that skin jobs like you are just one bad day away from mass murder, isn't that right?
I mean, you seem. If you think that you're acting pretty bold,
Yeah, well, I got rights.
especially since I get to carry this loaded gun all the time, as I pull out my blaster.
And you see his bravado just start to fade.
Oh.
And he says, whatever. I don't have time for this. And he does his best to sort of melt back into
Hey,
the
why don't you go
crowd.
back to the job you don't have?
He grumbles something else out. But as he walks away, you can tell that other people watched this exchange with great interest.
I don't fucking care.
Are you gonna
Okay.
take that, Evan? You should just punch him. Just punch
I
him.
can't
I'm
punch
gonna
him.
kind of get in the middle. We are
No, no, no.
outnumbered
He walked away.
right
He
now.
walked away.
Oh, he did.
Well,
Okay.
so you
pull-
were away from the camera. So if you want to try and stop him from walking away, would you?
No, I don't
Okay.
want any altercation in terms of this.
Okay.
But let's try to find this Morton person there, Ben.
Yeah, how about?
Not Ben, but Evan.
Yeah. Did anyone check for like Esper cams or anything? I assume Quinn
yeah.
did.
They are all broken. None of them work in this part of town.
Man, look at my surprised face. I mean, the Esper
This is the
cam
nicer
is
part of town.
the Esper cam is also like crime-solvingly good on its own. Like, it can see people that weren't in frame.
So
I
I have a
know.
question. The protein farms, like, how do those work? Are those like in the city, or are they like truly outside?
Based
No,
on the movie,
it's
they're like farms outside the city, and they're like
Yes.
tardigrades.
yes, nematodes.
Gotcha. Okay. So I would actually like to do some research on the nematodes themselves, and where would they be more native in terms of like growth and shit?
None of that will help you.
I was to
None
say,
of it.
Is a nuclear blasted waste. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter
that's
what's native.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I think I know who we can talk to that might know more about the food that they feed people, and it's whoever Morton was trying to sell it to. The buyer would know more about the product than we would, and possibly know where it's getting shipped from.
Good point. We should check some of the vendors here.
Yeah,
and
just
ask
hit up some of these
questions.
restaurants.
Agreed. Let's stick together. I don't like the looks people are giving us here.
Yeah, it's weird that they're giving you looks.
Is that true, or are they giving Evan looks?
Both of you, since they know that you are both Rep Detect.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
Yeah,
they
no.
are treating you with a. So they are treating Evan with a suspicion that you're kind of used to, only it's dialed up to 11.
They'll actually
Right
look me in
now.
the eyes now.
Yeah, and they are treating Tanner with a suspicion that you've never really encountered before.
Evan, we don't want to get into a fight that we can't win, so let's.
I'll tell you when I think it's gonna happen.
Oh,
Don't
no.
worry.
Yeah,
I'll
well,
like
you're
elbow you in the
enthusiastic.
ribs a bit.
Yeah, I agree. Well, let's get going. Let's fine. Let's go to some restaurants, maybe some vendors of some sort, grocery stores, whatever.
This Morton guy's got to be big. Not just any
Gotta be.
replicant. Not just any replicant can snap a neck around like what you're saying.
Well, not only that, he took on 2 guys too. So
I mean,
You gotta
Dutch
be
did
big.
that before. Took on 3 replicants at once. So like,
Alright, insight roll from both of you, please.
can I help? What's your insight at?
B
You know, what I mean, can I help him?
Yes.
inside
I'm gonna push mine.
2.
I'm gonna push mine again.
This is proving to be a very stressful investigation for you, Detective Rigo. I want to take some time off.
Yeah,
I'm going-
so
Oh yeah.
I
I
assume you're
pushed-
not gonna push that.
No, I'm not. Well, I can't
Okay.
push the 1, so
Alright, yeah, 10 is good. That's the best you're gonna get.
yeah.
Sorry, I just reflexively asked, do you want to push now?
Yeah.
When the guy was just having his spat with you, he did indicate one particular building that Sapper Morton was supposed to have come out of.
Okay. Remember that guy that you got all Huffy Puffy with?
He got Huffy
Yeah, he
Puffy with
put-
us.
Yeah, oh, good point. Yeah, us. There's a certain building he pointed to. I think we should check that out first. Muscle memory, right?
Yeah, you got it. You've been doing this longer than me. Let's follow you. I trust you.
Evan, I feel like
You're not really
I feel-
you're not secretly a replicant, are you? I can't take that again.
wait, again?
Did you
What?
Did you miss that with Cassius?
Cassius is a replicant?
Ooh.
Really now?
Did they not tell you that one?
They did not, no. But alas, there's a lot of things I haven't told them, and they already know about some of it.
Out of character, I honestly thought you guys told him that.
Nope.
We deliberately did not tell the person being investigated by IA about a secret replicant. No, we very much did not do that.
Weird they didn't tell you that. I wonder if that was Foster's doing.
Probably.
What the fuck?
I'm just kidding. Oh,
I didn't say that, don't worry.
No. Foster don't have control over that shit.
No, I didn't say that
Honestly,
one.
it doesn't surprise me, to be honest with you. All these companies are shady as shit anyways. It's bound to happen at least.
Legally, I am not allowed to have an opinion on that.
Oh, well,
But if I weren't
I won't
asked for an
tell
opinion
nobody.
on that, I would agree.
I won't tell nobody. Either way. Let's go to this building.
Yeah.
All right, so you go inside, and it is like most shops, just very crowded with stuff. And in this shop, it looks specifically, so I will describe it as being like a chemical supply store. So there's a lot of chemistry equipment that you would expect, especially like biochem stuff. Lots of jars of substances. Who knows what they do?
Polymers and
However,
sulfates and whatnot.
yeah, however, so that I've described it so the players understand what it looks like. But for the characters, it is more like walking into a cooking supply store for you. You're like, oh, food prep stuff.
Yeah, everything comes bagged and microwave, future microwaves. Yeah, makes sense. This is food.
Exactly.
This is what humans
Yes.
eat, right?
Exactly. And so, the little bell dings on the door, and you see. So, all right, one more observation roll. You can both make this full power.
Should I push that too?
What
Stop
happened to
pushing!
that? What happened to
No.
that full resolve, Evan?
I'm down to
what's
3.
happening?
Yeah.
All right, so,
I'm trying to impress my new friend
No
Tanner.
banana. But I got a 1.
Evan, I'm actually gonna give this one to you because
Hot
that's
damn, pity.
that's how I can make it hurt. So, the clerk, or the shop owner, you're not sure who he is a small man, salt and pepper hair, starting to thin all over. And he is, as you walk in, reading a copy of Kill magazine. And you see the cover splashed all over is Rep Detect Expose.
Wait. Is Evie on the cover?
Evie is not on the cover.
Surprising. Okay, continue.
Yeah, very.
But you in particular, Evan, see the headline and you have an oh shit moment as you realize what the content of the article probably is and what that means for replicants. Being like, that's why that guy was so aggro.
I see this, correct?
You also see the cover, yes, but it does not shake you the way it shakes Evan.
Well, now we know why they were so mean to you.
Why would they, and you? I guess they must think you're one of me. You're one of me.
Or that
Yeah.
you're in on it.
Well, I'm Rep Detect. They probably hate Rep Detect right now anyway, so...
So are
Either
you
way, I was
having
gonna
this
get some shade.
conversation in front of the dude?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, at first he has very nice customer service face, but you are discussing about Evan being a replicant and Tanner being Rep Detect, and you can tell his demeanor immediately shifts.
Do you want me to take the lead on this one, sir?
Yeah, well, we just threw out all of our cards right away.
Hello,
Be
sir.
my guest.
We're with Rep Detect. Show my badge. Show my gun in its holster. There was a murder on the street believed to be perpetrated by a replicant. His name is Morton, or was he? Yeah, we're looking for a man named Morton. A helpful citizen on the street instructed us that he may have come from here just before.
So, he looks down at the magazine that he was reading when you came in, looks back up at you, and says, yeah, Yeah, I saw the whole thing.
Was it?
He was in here right before it happened, trying to sell me nematodes. Couldn't get the price he wanted. Already angry, stormed out, beat the shit out of 2 humans. Killed one of them.
Really? He's like snapped the neck fully around and everything?
Yep, bare hands. So, you gonna retire him when you find him?
I mean, if you're willing to fill out some do we even need him to like write down some of his information? Like, how much information do we need from this guy to like get a death warrant on Batista?
You two, as Rep Detect, all you need is a reasonable suspicion that a replicant is malfunctioning, and you can summarily execute them.
Can I roll insight on this guy, I guess, to see if he's telling the truth?
Yes, that is actually what I was going to call for. So, so this guy is asking, are you going to retire Morton when you find him, now that you know what I've told you?
So
And so, what is your answer?
I
I'm
want to
gonna-
I want to get a read on this guy to see if he's telling the truth. For depending on how
Okay.
I answer,
Insight.
guys, do I push it?
Always. To the limit.
You got it. Guys, do I push it again? I rolled the same
Yes.
numbers, just on the opposite on the other dice.
I
I got a 1,
yeah, there you go.
Okay.
but not a 1. You know what I mean?
Yep.
All right. So your insight on this guy. He wants you to retire Morton.
I'm gonna.
And it's kind of a reasonable thing to want. He's a replicant. He is not supposed to be able to kill someone. He killed someone.
It's against the rules.
Right. You're essentially your job, if you believe he's telling the truth, and he seems to be, yeah, you have to retire him.
So I'm going to actually, knowing that kind of knowledge, I'm gonna ask him like, what do you want us to do?
Your job, Blade Runner.
Exactly. We're gonna kill.
Listen, I have one
Alright,
purpose
so-
in this life, and that's to retire replicants and keep the peace. Keep people like you safe. Why wouldn't I?
Okay.
With such an upstanding citizen like yourself, helping me do
All
my
right.
job.
So, are you telling him the truth?
Do I believe him?
You do believe him.
Then yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll empathy with advantage.
Okay, so that's just empathy and a D12.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a little advantage tab at the top of the sheet.
Yeah, but it won't let me click empathy.
Oh, all right, manipulation. Sorry, it won't let you click the top level ones. You can't do it for all.
Okay, that's 2.
Okay.
Oh
So-
no, don't reroll. Never mind.
What do you mean? Shouldn't I push it to the limit?
Walking on the razor's edge.
Yeah, I'll try.
Hit the wheel and double stakes.
All right.
So-
Gotta keep it.
So
on-
that's a no on the push.
You know, just
Oh,
because
for
you
the
asked,
2?
Rachel. Boom,
Oh,
4.
God.
Oh, hell yeah! Give me a minute. I'm gonna.
This dude loves replicants now.
This dude believes that Evan is the one good replicant.
Well, so, yeah.
I am the
you
Judge
just-
Dredd in this mega city.
Essentially, yeah. You deliver those lines so smoothly and so convincingly that he absolutely believes you. And says, "Yeah, all right." And
That's
then
all I
asks,
get.
"Got a map?"
I can get one from my spinner, and I'll go run off and do that.
Okay. When you bring your KIA unit back to him, and you provide him with a map, He essentially opens the GPS mapping app and drops a pin like there.
Thank you. Is he like your main supplier for? Is it nematodes?
Him, yeah, nematodes, insect protein. He's not my main supplier. My main suppliers are some of the Wallace subsidiaries in the middle of the state. I get most of my yeast from them, but he was good for the larval.
You got a location?
He just pinned it on the map, sir.
Thank you. I kind of zoned out there for a second. Good to know my partner has my back.
Okay. And so, we shift the camera from Evan and Tanner to Evie and Foster. So, where are you headed?
I believe the
Wallace
plan.
Corporation?
Yeah, we were gonna head to Wallace Core. Yeah.
Okay. Are you calling ahead or just showing up?
I think we're on such good terms, me and Quell. I think I can just show up unannounced at this point.
Okay. So, you show up, and there's a little more, or not a little more, but a lot more activity than you're used to. The elevator is dinging quite a lot. You see a lot of people walking back and forth. And when you talk to the receptionist, there's big bag of receptionist desks, and the receptionist not only looks albino, but is also completely hairless. And so you ask to speak to Quell. Yes, yes. One moment, please. Who should I say is here?
Detective Evie Tafana and Detective Foster Worth with
Okay.
Rep Detect.
So picks up the phone. Yes, Miss Quell, please. Yes, there's Rep Detect officers. They're here for her. Evie and Foster?
That would be us.
Okay. Yes. I'll tell you. Yes, yes, I'll tell. Should I ask them to wait? Yes. All right. Yes, I'm sorry. Quell will be unavailable until after the press conference?
Press conference.
Uh,
That was
y-
fast.
yes, there were some lies published about Wallace Corp in Gossip Rag, but Mr. Wallace feels it would be helpful to have a press conference to address the lies.
Okay, well, we'll probably be on our way. We have some of our own work to do at the office. If you could just let Miss Quell know that I know who the source is.
Oh, I will deliver that message immediately.
Thank you.
Okay. Where do you head next?
I guess we're going to report to Joshi. Yay.
Okay.
Fun times.
So as you are flying in your spinner, you get a news alert. More breaking news. Vatican III has resolved, is the headline.
Oh, fuck me.
Is that supposed to mean anything to us?
Yeah, they were deciding if replicants have souls. I punched a priest.
Oh,
that little thing.
So,
So yeah, Evie
Oh.
says fuck me and opens it. Like,
yeah, so
what?
all four of you get the news alert because this is breaking worldwide news.
Oh wow!
kinda go,
I didn't know I didn't have a soul. I thought I was an excellent dancer.
Oh, Evie. He just
Uh,
shakes his head. What you
This is
mean?
not my fault. I didn't do this.
Yeah, this is something that's been happening in Rome for the past.
The punching the priest
Oh,
isn't on the
gosh.
cover.
Yeah, there is no punching priest cover. Thank you.
That's the one good thing Faiza was able to stop. So
Wait, is it a good thing that she punched him, or
Objectively, yes.
So, the Pope has issued a bull, so an official Pope declaration, from the seat of his magical
What's the
yes
Pope's
I have nuts
name?
throne. Pope Joan II.
Joan?
Yes, the second.
And this is Vatican III?
Yes.
They blew up the previous two.
I think this would be Vatican IV. Based on what Rachel's implying.
Don't worry, it'll be Vatican IV soon if Evie has her way.
So, the Pope has issued the declaration that popes or that replicants are capable of sin, but they do not have souls. So even if they did have souls, they are essentially only capable of being damned. They cannot be saved. And together with this bull is a very passionate, full-throated condemnation of the creation of artificial life. That the only way to create life and to create souls is the way Adam and Eve did it. Yes, implying that test tube babies do not have souls.
Implying
is a
that
flaw.
Eve didn't have a soul.
I mean, you could have said
Women
that-
don't have souls, according to Rachel. We did it!
God breathed the soul into her. That
Oh,
is
he
the
breathed into
doctrine.
Adam.
Oh. Oh boy.
Uh, so sorry, catching up on the Discord. All right. So, this information only matters to you in as much as your characters believe that the Pope has any sort of moral or spiritual authority, either in this world or any ones which may come after. The thing is that a lot of people do believe the Pope has this authority. So, certainly, no matter what you personally believe, whether this is all bullshit, for any other reason, it's clearly also percolating. Wow, what great timing.
This is not an accident. And now you repeat, this is not a coincidence. This Evie's saying this out loud in the car with Foster. Like, there's no way this is a coincidence. This was planned.
Of course it was.
And then she'd be like, Foster, have you ever wanted to blow up the Vatican?
Oh no! It has such nice architecture and history. Why would I ever want to destroy something so historic as that?
I've always wanted to see what they have in those archives beneath it, supposedly.
That's certainly a thought, Miss Evie. The Vatican. They still
mean,
have
it's-
authority, I see.
I suppose. Some people are willing to follow anything these days, I guess.
They sure are.
Um,
What do you think Joshi's going to say?
I'm not sure. As long as I'm not getting chewed out. That's all I care about, really.
All right.
I'm curious though. She mentioned, I don't know if she mentioned to you and Evan when you were in when she was giving us a performance review, but Tanner's little UN plan, I think might just be stymied, whatever it was.
Oh, I don't know. I think the opposite is true. Once that expose gets out, and now with this official declaration from Her Holiness, I think things are about to turn really ugly for replicants on the street, wouldn't you say?
Yeah,
Replicants don't have souls. LAPD Reptitech is seeded with secret replicants from Wallace Corporation.
I mean, we
They're
know that's
gonna
true
have our
though,
work cut out for
Foster.
us soon.
That last part is true, Foster. We know that.
Well, this is what Cassius said. Sounds like he's just a replicant that forgot they were a replicant. A malfunction, perhaps. And so far, he hasn't killed any human beings. By my count, I think we're only up. He's only
Oh,
up one
buddy,
replicant. One.
that's not true, Foster. That's not true.
Oh, he's killed more than that, huh?
I was gonna say the Black Ops team were humans. He was fighting with us.
That's a good observation. Okay. Wow. The truth. What do you suppose we're gonna do about that?
Nothing.
So
I don't
that's-
intend.
That's an interesting question because Cassius didn't know he was a replicant. So now that he does know, does that programming kick in, or was he just never given that programming to begin with?
And does it matter
Foster
legally?
Foster suspects since he was an experiment that
Yeah,
he probably didn't.
Evie is aware that they have like that Wallace has made the angels for sure can kill. So the notion that a hidden replicant could kill, that, like, how else would they hide him if he couldn't pull a gun on someone and defend himself? It would be a dead giveaway. So in her mind, of course he can kill. He'd have to be able to be a proper rep detect. Human rep detect. Sorry, quotes. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this clusterfuck, Foster. You got anything?
I'm more worried about what Reptitech is going to do about Cassius more than anything else. I mean, if we're supposed to protect our teammates, given the circumstances.
Cassius is gonna get on a moon bus that's gonna blow up and die. As far as Reptitech's concerned.
That should work.
So, this is when, who would she send this to? Probably send it to Evie again. You get a message from Quinn. Joshi's putting me in lockdown.
Why you in particular?
She doesn't want me to get hurt. She thinks something bad is gonna happen tonight.
Foster, let's do cherries and berries and get back to headquarters ASAP.
Pedal to the metal, boss. You got it.
Evie's going to message Evan and Tanner, and probably on her personal phone, Cassius, not her work KIA, and be like, "Hey, some serious shit's probably gonna go down tonight. You should come back to headquarters."
We found
Okay.
we have the address of the murderer. We're gonna get him before we do that tonight.
Put a pin in that. Something really bad is going to happen in LA tonight.
Is this coming in audio into the spinner, or is this like a text message?
I'm texting on the
From
street.
Evan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would text. Well, then we need to make it look like we're doing our jobs, though, right?
Also, I don't
This
want to
is
be
just to Evie.
group text.
Group text.
Perfect.
Besides, as a replicant, maybe I shouldn't be in LA tonight then.
If you want to go hide out on some dirt farm, Evan, that's your prerogative.
Nematode farm.
Whatever.
Where did you guys go?
We went to Wallace Corps first to go talk to Quell, but they're setting up for a press conference.
Why?
Why was I going to go talk to Quell? Did you not see the wonderful expose?
No, because I was doing my job.
Same.
Is there something we need to know?
Yeah.
Go read Kill Magazine and you'll get up to speed.
We read the cover.
Read the fucking article.
Venmo me
A
$5.
headline is not an article, my friend. Read the whole thing.
I'll read it after
So-
we kill Morton.
Are we out of that building, by the way, with the guy with the magazine?
I assume that you're having this conversation making your way through the streets of Koreatown.
Okay, no, okay. I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
we're-
here's $20. Give me that magazine.
We're trying to run down Anakin at this point.
Yes. So, you can absolutely get a copy of Kill Magazine and take a couple minutes and get all the information that I have narrated previously. But insight check from you both, please. You can each make this.
Okay, no.
Okay, I'm on normal insight. Hey, I'm gonna take that one.
Okay.
Holy shit!
One.
No,
Oh,
you got
Jesus,
a
I had
3.
Fuck.
All
I
right.
got a 1.
So, Evie didn't tell you this, but you both pick up very quickly that the confidential informant in the article was indeed Holden. And Tanner, with your extra insights, you also pick up the information that he must have been secretly working with Kill Magazine for weeks, if not months, feeding them information.
Wow.
And with that third success, I will say that you remember Cassius saying something about Holden wanting him to find secret replicants. Looks like Holden is absolutely correct.
Wow, Evan. This is a shitstorm.
Right? And I can't believe that that Holden let them put that picture of Evie on the cover.
I know, right?
Since they're working on a big bomb like this, they definitely ran it past him.
Oh, yeah. I guarantee he's been feeding information to Kill Magazine for years. This expose is finely detailed.
And they didn't spell anything wrong.
Nope. Plus,
So,
sorry, go on.
no, as he sends a follow-up text of like, the Vatican announcement and this dropping the same day is not a coincidence. Something's happening tonight. More important than killing a lone fucking replicant.
Are you saying Kill Magazine knows a guy in the Vatican?
Yes, Evan, that's clearly what I was implying.
Was it the guy you punched?
All right, and so with that hopeful note, we're gonna go to break. So we'll see you all in 10 minutes. we return. So, Evie and Fosty the Snowman. Just saw that. Evie and Fosty you are headed toward Reptitect. You have asked Evan and Tanner to go with you, but I believe Evan and Tanner, you are setting out for outside the city to where you have been told Savor Morton's farm is.
Yes, we are no longer looking for Anakin thanks to some information shared with us during the break.
Yep.
Okay. Uh, what information, if I may ask?
That Evie Tofana already interviewed Anakin and rolled very well while interviewing
Oh,
him.
yes. Yes, Evie rolled very well. You pretty much got all the information you could from him. Okay, so uh, we will handle Evie and Fosty first. Fosty. Keep reading your Zoom name now. All right, so we will handle Evie and Foster first, because it is going to take Evan and Tanner about an hour and a half to get that far out of the city. For Evie and Foster, you arrive at RDU headquarters, and it's kind of the same thing that you experienced at Wallace Corp. So there is a lot of running around, a lot of activity, a lot of people doing things. Um, and as you sort of make your way through the halls, it becomes very, very clear. Uh, this is LAPD, and they are gearing up for rioting tonight.
Oh boy.
So, SWAT or whatever has become of SWAT in this setting is definitely mobilizing. They are monitoring all the known channels for human agitators, and you are starting to get reports, currently isolated incidences of attacks, violence in the city. There's nothing, nothing bigger right now than reported mugging, reported stabbing, 911 call to a particular place. But the turning of the tide is clear.
Okay. Are you gonna do the talking, boss, or should I?
I mean, last time it didn't go great when me and Joshi chatted. Maybe you take the lead.
Sure thing. I walk into her office and I'm just looking to see what her demeanor is, judging by the temperature in the room.
Oh, one other thing.
Mhm.
While you were traveling, Neander Wallace did deliver his press conference, in which he categorically and absolutely denied any of the accusations in Kill magazine.
Of course.
Confidential sources, let them come forward and let themselves be named, and so we can evaluate uh, their claims on their own. Um, he's absolutely heartbroken at what comes out from Vatican III, and hopes that the spirit of wisdom and understanding will return to Rome. Uh, yeah. Um, and so it is clear, however, that the city doesn't believe him.
Yeah.
Just he gets up in front of the city and he's a little too smooth. And he has Quell and Love and a couple other of his angels standing behind him. Uh, people are observing like, wow, he really does like to surround himself with, you know, beautiful women replicants. That's kind of creepy, isn't it? Yeah, that's actually kind of super creepy. Uh, and so essentially, his attempt to quell the flames of dissent, has only thrown gasoline onto the fire, as it were. And so that's another thing that people are discussing. You can like catch clips of the press conference as you sort of move through the halls of RepDetect, because people have it up on their KIA units or their computer screens or workstations or whatever else is going on. So you make your way to Joshi. And so give me an insight roll, please, Foster.
Sure. We got a 1, but I'll go ahead and re-roll that 5 for another 5.
How does that
What the
always
fuck is it with
happen?
we're gonna have to play the lottery and just put all 5s because
Yeah,
Exactly.
well,
geez.
20's trying to
It-
tell me something.
Hey, it's a
here.
good thing we replicants get extra reroll, right? 'Cause
Yeah, you can get your second push if you want. I know what Ever has started doing is just physically typing in the roll.
Ah, I see. Oh, that's much worse. Okay. Well, almost not as worse as it could have been, but
Yeah,
it's the
you
same
avoided the
result.
one. All right. So, you can tell Joshi is trying to keep it together, but she's definitely under a lot of stress. She's
Mm.
only been in this job for a couple days, and already there's a crisis.
Welcome to
Uh,
RepDetect. Yeah.
Yeah. So, she's sort of hyper focusing on whatever is before her,
Mhm.
and trying to figure out what is the best way to use Rep Detect at this moment. Currently, her inclination is to pull all of them off the street.
That's exactly what
As
I was gonna suggest. Yeah. He'll get in front of her and he's like, oh, I know this is everything's coming apart at the seams, but I mean, you're obviously cool as a cucumber, boss. But here's what the rubber meets the road. Uh, we're gearing up for war outside. We're gonna have riots on the street by sundown, so we're gonna need all hands on deck. If I may, I would recommend that we pull all available Blade Runners from all open ongoing cases right now and pull them in. We're gonna need all the help we can get.
That's a good suggestion, but I don't want you, and I don't want Evan on the streets. You're too big of a targets, and you can't defend yourselves.
Of course. And I think currently Evan is on the streets with Detective Rico. We should pull him immediately.
Good suggestion. All right, so you stay here. Don't leave the station until all of this is over.
You got it.
And so a couple other underlings come up and they're like, Deputy Commander, what do we do? And so she will answer their questions. Evie, are you in the room?
I am.
All right, so she will turn.
Sorry, go ahead.
She turns to you and says, "All right, you're not trained for any of this. So I think it's probably best if you stay at the station as well."
Should we put
Oh.
together a statement for the press, given that Wallace Corporation has fired the first shot across the bow, so to speak, regarding
real
Kill
shitty
Magazine's
shot.
source?
Yes. Why don't you draft that, and when you have something, show it to me.
Sure thing, boss. You got it.
Joshi, speaking of the source, I think I know who it is.
Fucking rat bastard.
There you
I
go,
know
you
who
got
is
it.
too. Yeah, because like essentially it's what was published was stuff that people outside the department wouldn't know, but the details and the way it's framed, if you are inside the department, it is not difficult. You only needed a 1, and she clearly made her insight check.
I always wanted to have a sleepover at the police department.
Okay, and so you see Joshi, a couple messages comes in on her KIA unit. She looks at them, sends a couple responses.
I'll send some messages to Evan and Tanner to stop whatever it is that they're doing and
Okay.
go back to headquarters, effective immediately on the orders of Yoshi, of course. Hop to it. Chop chop.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. So how do the two of you respond to those messages?
We don't have to listen to Foster.
You don't have
To
to.
borrow a
that-
quote
of course not. You don't have to
exactly
do that.
from you. I don't have to listen to him.
I'll just make sure to note it in the personnel report.
I'm gonna say, don't worry about it.
Are you trying to
already
get
got-
us killed? No, we're not going back to the city tonight.
I'm gonna say,
City, just-
this is
just
what
the
I'm.
station.
We're leaving the city.
Tanner's
Exactly. You need to go back.
Yeah, in an
Yeah, I'm gonna tell
LAPD
Evan.
spinner alone. No.
Tanner's going to tell Evan, don't worry about it. We got permission.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get this done and get back.
Okay. All right. So we will shift to Evan and Tanner.
No,
So-
this is a big guy. You gonna want to use that? And I point to the shotgun in the back seat.
100%.
Evan's requested shotgun.
So I am going to use my Yakuza contacts, and I'm going fucking full swap mode right now.
Oh, Batista doesn't have a
Okay.
fucking chance.
We're fucking going
We're
in, man.
gonna level this farmhouse.
Under investigation by IA, let's call in my Yakuza contacts to do a hit.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're right.
I love how easy
yeah.
is suddenly the conscience for Tanner's conscience.
I forgot about that.
You want to use the shotgun? You can use the shotgun.
I was not calling in a hit, but I could
And
still
it's
see
not a
getting-
hit. We're doing our jobs.
Yes, but we're using.
When did we hire the Yakuza in Rep Detect? I missed that episode.
He's been here long. They've been here longer than either of us.
Yeah, jeez.
This is LA.
No, okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm
Just
not
replace
doing that.
Italians with Japanese. It's all organized
I
crime.
completely forgot about IA
Jesus.
and that plot line, so
What?
yeah, ignore that. My
How
bad.
could you forget your personal plot?
What?
Because the plot you're developing is so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Leave
thank
leave my man alone here.
you. Okay. All right. No, it's fine. I'm just stalling because I'm waiting for a message to come in. Because I'm getting secret messages. Okay.
You can just say that person's name. We all know who you're talking about.
What? It could be me.
Funny.
It's actually Quinn and Cassius. They've been
I mean,
secret message this
it
whole
is.
time.
You know what? I will neither confirm nor deny if they have been watching this whole show and sending me secret messages about what their characters would do.
Neither one of them's in the viewer list.
Oh. That and on
Maybe
top
they're
of that,
watching and they're not logged in.
That you know of.
I have the mod view open.
I do have a question. I was eavesdropping on Cassius and Styles' conversation. Is that when Styles mentioned where Cassius was going? I don't
I-
recall.
I cannot recall either. So go ahead and make an observation check. On
Okay.
2 successes, someone said something.
All right. Dre gave me a Ben violence earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and use it.
She also gave
Okay.
Eric a Ben violence.
Oh, I missed that. Thank you.
gun violence.
I asked her to give you one. Because I couldn't.
I will keep that 3 successes and just we call it a day.
I mean, yeah, you can't roll any better.
I proved that you could. With a 4.
Well, I mean,
I can't
you
reroll a
re-rolled
1.
max on both of her dice that are not ones.
Yes.
So, all right, cool. With 3 successes, yeah, as you're thinking about it, you remember, so You remember something about Styles saying a farm. Um, you cannot remember if he mentioned anything about Morton being there, and this would essentially making the proper connection would rely on Evan and Tanner also telling you that they're going to a farm.
Okay.
However, with 3 successes on your observation, whatever farm Styles had in mind was clearly a waypoint on essentially his replicant escape routes through the city. So
Okay.
if Styles found out that Morton was in danger, he would possibly also move him to this farm.
Okay. Okay. In that case, then Evie will message Cass. Well, not using her personal device, and be like, "Hey, shit's going really sideways in the city. I don't know if anyone's going to be headed your way, in terms of other replicants fleeing the city or worse. So be ready.
Okay.
Stay frosty."
All right. I will Discord you the response.
Okay. Okay. Noted.
All right. So, Evan and Tanner, you put your spinner down. The farm is quiet.
Quick
It
question.
is.
Tanner, are we
Yes.
blasting Flight of the Valkyries as we go in?
Would you like to?
Is that-
I think
is
that
that
would
too
let them know
fascist?
that someone's here.
Was that too fascist?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just the perfect
blasting-
amount of fascism. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I'm
just
as a
so on the
replicant.
fascism.
As a replicant rep detect, this is what I'm expected to do, right?
Yeah, you think, right?
I'm just saying there's plenty of other classical music that isn't Wagner.
Like, I'm not just a collaborator. I am like the collaborator, right? As a
No,
about
you're
Queen?
that's
Bohemian
no, you're not,
Rhapsody.
Evan. You're very much Neanderthal Wallace's special boy. Don't pretend you're on the good guy's side.
listen, I'm gonna reference that Key and Peele slave auction bit again.
Oh God!
just kept
let's not.
checking out my teeth.
Moving on. We are moving on. So, playing whatever music you decide you want to play.
I don't think we're gonna play
Evan
anything.
and Tanner.
I will leave it up to you if
Okay.
you want to do anything.
No,
No.
that's fine.
So, you see long rows covered in plastic tubing. Investigating these, they are larva farms. So essentially, you grow maggots, harvest them, and process them into the nudes that everybody likes eating all the time. Yes.
Before I get out of the car, I'm actually gonna load my gun for once.
Okay, gun is loaded. I would like both of you to give me observation rolls, please.
Observation?
Is Tanner taking the shotgun?
Yes.
If this dude can snap a neck all the way around,
100%. 2.
we both got 2.
Yeah.
Would either of you like to push?
You can't listen. I'm gonna need those resolved for when we're fighting Batista.
Same here. No.
Okay. So, you arrive, and it is very quiet. So there's also a very small prefab hut. You walk in. The room is empty.
I think we knock first, right?
Sure. No response to
No
the
lights
knock.
on, no vehicles, except
on.
for like farming equipment.
There is some farming equipment just off to the side.
Is there a big tree?
There is in fact a big tree. It's dead.
Interesting.
So, You show up, and you knock, there's no response. At some point, you just walk inside. There is a pot of soup on the stove. The stove is off, but the soup is warm. Not hot, but warm. And so, with your observation rolls, you also notice there is a patch of disturbed dirt at one particular area in front of the hut. You recognize it as sort of the pattern that a spinner leaves in dirt when it takes off.
Think they're here, Evan?
I think we should be. I don't think so, but I think we should check.
Yeah. Something smells fishy here.
Does the soup
I guess
smell
let's
good?
investigate.
Is it a good smelling soup?
Oh, yeah, smells decent.
Like the rest of like the knives and everything they used to prepare it still out?
Absolutely.
By the way,
I
we're
mean, well,
going
it's
through
not. It's not homemade soup. Dude poured a can into a pot to warm up, but yes, there are spoons and bowls around.
So, like, we're also going to be doing this tactically. So, like,
Clear the house. Make sure
Yeah.
we're not about to get stabbed in the back, and then we'll chat.
correct. Yes. So we,
Okay.
yeah, we'd probably go in the house, do a clean sweep of everything.
Evan opens each door. Tanner is just waiting. See if Evan gets attacked so he can blow the man away.
All right. So, for one of your observation rolls, you got the marks of the spinner taking off. For the second success, you find essentially someone tried to stuff identification papers in the stove to burn them. They are Sapper Morton's identification papers. And like the soup, they are warm.
Burning smell still in the air?
Very mildly.
So that could have been the last 20 minutes, right? 20, 30 minutes?
20, 30 minutes, yeah.
Wow. Looks like someone tipped him off, Evan.
Do we see like a police scanner or any sort of radar equipment buried, like hidden around this house?
No, but there's something weird going on with the roots of those trees.
Okay. Yeah, someone definitely tipped this bastard off.
Yeah.
Okay, who knew we were coming out here?
Just our team.
And the guy that told us
Josie.
the location.
Yep.
And I don't fucking think he would have helped out a killer replicant.
Nope. So I'm actually, first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kind of sift through these identification stuff. There's
Okay.
obviously something important here. So I'm going to kind of sift through it and take all the important stuff and yeah.
I'll
that I
check
can
out the
get
tree.
Okay. All right. So, the tree is the other two successes that you needed to. So, yeah, someone buried something here under the tree.
It's a farm, so I'm going to assume there's a shovel or something nearby.
Yes, you dig up a big metal box.
Is this the metal box I think it is?
I don't know what kind of
with
metal
my
box
out
do
of
you think it
character
is
knowledge.
buried under a tree at Sapper Morton's farm.
Baseball cards.
There you go.
Yeah, it's some
Tops.
leftover.
It's a
It's-
secret
it's
noodle
the-
recipe.
Refresh
It's the-
my memory. What was in the box again?
A body.
Oh, yeah, that's
Sure.
right.
Bones. Mostly it was bones by then.
It's just a
Oh,
truck full of the McDonald's
Okay,
meme
never
sauce.
mind. I know.
Supposedly
okay.
Rachel's
now it
bones.
just connected. Got ya. We're good.
Also,
my
spoilers for a
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, never mind. I got you.
Oh my God,
Alright,
Kay's dead.
so-
Oh no, I'm Kay. I'm not as handsome.
Okay. So what did I get through all of Morton's stuff? May I ask?
All right. So,
Oh, hold on. We were
Morton.
rated by the Onyx Path.
Oh, we were
Ooh.
rated by the
Hello.
Onyx Path. Hello, Onyx Path. Welcome.
I greeted them, but
You people
Well,
greet them
beautiful
on
people.
camera. Hello. Thank you.
I didn't want to
Um,
interrupt the scene.
We interrupt for
Okay.
raiders.
We do. We
Especially
do.
if it's
Yeah,
Travis.
Oh,
you
great.
just got to like one of the really cool parts. Uh,
We did.
they're investigating the farm of Sapper Morton. Just dug up a mysterious metal box. What's in the box? All right, so switching back to Tanner. So what you find are essentially the identification for his name is Sapper Morton. His incept date is a little unclear, uh, but it's between 2019 and 2020. Uh, he is classified Nexus 8. He is a combat medic uh, on the colony world Calantha. And so I am not going to make you in specific roll to know what that means because so you read Calantha and you have a very intense flashback of your time there because you spent some time off world. And what Calantha was, it was an asteroid mining colony. And it was a lot like what you saw about the division of labor when you were at the Weyland-Yutani air dock base. Human management lived fairly well. Replicants were basically treated like livestock. And because replicants are actually people and people don't really like being treated that way, there was a rebellion. And so essentially, Calantha was known amongst off-worlders to be a hell pit where replicants would die by the scores in the mines. They rebelled, and then they died some more. And apparently, Morton is a veteran of that fight. You have no idea what side he would have been on. You can guess. You absolutely have no idea how he made it back to Earth. The best that you can come up with is he was probably hired or co-opted to be someone's protection as they fled the moon.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting. He's gonna take the Calanthea article and all that stuff with him.
So it's not an article. It's just
Okay.
identifying him as a combat medic from Calantha. All of what I just narrated are your memories.
Got ya. Okay. So I'm going to
So-
take the little piece of paper, his basic identification, saying that
Sure.
he was in at client or whatever.
Okay.
So I would, after that, go back out to the tree. Find anything?
You're muted.
That's this big ass box. Let's see what's inside.
Jesus. What is this?
He buried it.
Underneath this tree, I take it.
Yep. I will
Let's
open
open
the
her
box.
up, I guess.
All right. So the box is clearly sealed in such a way that no one ever really intended it to be open. So I am going to need
Do
a
we have some
tech
kind
roll.
of cool scanner in our car that we can use to scan the box?
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to need a tech roll.
Fuck!
1 success just to scan it.
That's me.
Oh, thank
You're
God.
good.
3 successes to actually open it here with the tools you have at hand.
Jesus. All right, so tech. Come
Mhm.
on, baby. Come on. right, tech. Oh, we're
No,
gonna push that.
She said we
floor.
just needed one.
Well, we need to get 3 in order to open it, though.
But we can. Listen, we know it's whatever.
Well, metagaming, yeah.
All right. Well, so
Okay.
I will give you this piece of information before you decide if you want to push. The scan works. This box is full of human bones.
Oh, okay. Then no, I'm not gonna push. Looks like we got a body.
A human body.
Can the scanner pick up any serial numbers on the bones?
They had to
Nope.
bring it back on the.
Gonna need to pop it open for that one. So you'll need to open it, get the bones, and then subject them to essentially the same high-quality, high-powered microscope that Quinn used on Cassius, and there is not one of those
Yeah,
here.
we need Quinn to go to an autopsy.
So we have to take this back either way.
Mhm. We should call
Well,
it
this is
in.
very interesting.
Let's call in this body.
Yep, let's call it in. We got. I'm gonna be like 142. We got a call in on this body. We found a body.
Alright, so-
in this place.
All right. Here is. So the question is, who are you calling it in to? Are you calling it into your squad mates, or are you calling it into your supervisor, that being Joshi?
I think we should call it into Joshi.
Yeah, same here. Like, to be honest with you, he's very. He doesn't exactly trust his team right now. So, yeah.
I mean,
What has Evie
They
ever
did
done
hide the
to...
fact that someone was revealed to be a replicant from you.
Yeah, literally. Everyone knew but me, so I'm like, what the fuck
Does
was
that include Cassius? Just curious.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't trust Cassius either. Good to
I mean,
know.
he really can't trust Cassius right now since he disappeared after finding out he was a replicant, right? After being
Yeah.
outed as a replicant. That
Evie,
honestly,
what
that's
do you
the
mean
least
he's-
trustworthy guy in the team right now.
So what you're
Evan.
telling me is that you're outnumbered within your own unit.
And Evan,
Good
how
to
can you
know.
say Evan? How can you say you can't trust Evie? She hasn't told anyone your dirty little secret that your memories came back.
And I haven't told anyone your dirty little secret.
Correct.
There's lots of dirty little secrets going
That
on.
that one is like mutually assured destruction or something.
Yes.
I'm collecting them all, like Pokemon. I'm just like, oh, you got a dirty little secret. You got a dirty little secret.
You're like
Good,
a
good.
Call of Cthulhu player just collecting the books, thinking, I'm not going to go
Exactly.
crazy and die.
All right. So, you report that you found human remains to Joshi. She asks if they're the replicants, meaning the replicant that you were there to go retire.
Unless somebody buried him, no.
No, they were tipped off by somebody.
All right. Her next question is, where are you?
Like Napa? Like Napa Valley?
Okay.
We're in a freaking protein field in
Not,
this particular
not
spot.
quite Napa, but
That's the only
More,
farmland I
high
know in
desert.
California.
it's a 6-hour drive away.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a shorter spinner ride, but it would still be longer than an hour. You're more like Santa Barbara, San Luis Obispo area.
Oh, the pier's gone?
What?
The Santa Barbara
Yes.
pier?
Yes.
Yeah, that got overrun by ocean.
Aw.
There's lots of ocean.
I've been there
okay.
once. It's cool.
I used to go there all the time. I used to have friends who lived up there.
Yeah.
Then moved
If
away.
you want perspective on how much the city flooded, so Santa Monica, where the coast is currently, is 45-minute drive from me. The Sepulveda Wall is about 5 minutes from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So we're like
I
where
was about
Kobe
to say,
died.
Jesus Christ!
Listen, these are the reference points I have for your state.
Oh my god.
It's not like I'm saying we're in San Francisco.
Well, it's
That's
better than
like
my friends.
6-7 hours north.
Yeah, I said I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay, how far away is where Kobe died?
I don't
Good
even know where he
question.
died. I just know he crashed in the hills.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Hey, Chad, if
But
you
yeah,
know where
I'm
Kobe died,
also-
let us know.
I'm a 10-minute walk away from Sepulveda Boulevard. And a longer walk to the ocean. Anyway. Oh, why the hell's my gardens underwater? What is that? Okay, anyway, moving on. So, what you get back from Joshi is that the situation is too fraught right now in the city. Essentially, shelter in place where you are, as long as you're safe.
Calabasas.
Calabasas, you're in Calabasas.
Yeah, we already knew where Kobe died.
Probably not. More like Camarillo. Oxnard, you're in Oxnard.
Let me look where that is.
All right.
So you're just
Have it-
in my neck of the woods now.
Do you want to stay here?
I don't want to fucking go back.
Well, obviously we're not going to go back, but do you really think we should stay here, though?
I mean, the question is, if you don't want to stay there, where would you go?
Just call up your Yakuza buddies, Tanner. Go have a
Yeah.
hangout.
Funny. No. Fuck you.
I mean, they
Art.
probably know where the weed farms are that you could go shelter at.
Probably. I don't know.
Honestly,
Where do you think, Evan?
I think we'll be fine here. Look, he already made dinner for us.
Yeah, but on the other hand, what if they come back?
And
I
one
know
of
they're
us,
spooked right
and
now,
one of us
but
will take turns staying up.
I guess. I don't like it, but
Like we're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I guess you're right. Well, I don't like it, but right now it's the only place we do have. So, okay, we'll stay here.
Besides, going back's dangerous for both of us.
Oh yeah, let's not.
All right.
Okay.
I just want to like go through the house and like, since we're gonna be here, we have time to look around.
Yep, same.
Okay. So, you found essentially what you needed to find already. You found the big MacGuffin. Hooray! You also found evidence that they were here and that they left not long before you arrived. Quite
You're
possibly because
saying
someone
they.
took them off.
Are you using it as a one person pronoun or more than one? Are we seeing signs of more than one person?
Yeah, that's a good question.
One of you give me another observation roll.
What's your observation at?
Mine is.
I got D10, D8.
I got a B, so I got a D10.
But what's your intelligence stat too?
Intelligence is a B, so D10.
All right. You want to do it, or should I do it?
Well, what are you at?
I'm at D10, D8, but I get a second reroll.
That's a good question. I don't though. Can I help?
Can I help?
One of
Okay.
you can help. One of you can help.
Okay, so I'll do it, but you'll help. Okay,
Okay.
gotcha. And this is observation, right? This is observation, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Come on. We got one. Yeah,
Push! Push!
we're pushing. We're pushing. One. I like it.
There,
Team half the facts. Add it again.
We did.
the table was set for soup, and there were 2 bowls out.
It's like we're
There's
real
more.
cops. I'm sorry, real detectives
Yeah.
actually finding clues and not just making assumptions and making people confess.
Exactly. Ah, there's two bulls here. Looks like we had two. Looks
I
like
missed
we had,
that.
company.
And so, whoever showed up is probably not the person. If so, essentially, whoever showed up was not someone who came here to say, like, hey, shit's fucked, get the fuck out. Because otherwise, why would they be sitting down to soup and then leave
Yeah,
before
good point.
soup was done?
They've been here for a while. There was two people living here at one point.
There are two people here up until we left. Up until they left, right before we got here.
But only one bed.
Is there a couch?
Yes.
Huh. Only one bed.
I mean, they could have been dating.
Could I actually do a observation roll to see if there's an attic or any trapdoors within this house?
Like a cellar.
Yeah.
You will not need to make an observation for that. No, this is essentially a prefab house. It's not even built on a foundation.
Is there any
Yeah, just-
missing space in the house where like a hidden room could be?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
We're playing detective.
Yeah.
You are.
Well, they were obviously tipped off, so I don't see them coming back, but I'll stay up till I'll take the first shift.
I was
What
gonna.
about
All right, I was gonna offer to, and you could. How about this second shift doesn't have to drive back.
you? Done for.
All right.
Okay. So, shifting back to Evie and Foster. Do you just hunker down into the station?
I guess if we must. Did we received information that Quinn was sequestered to the station as well, right? It's like she's
So
not.
the message you got from Quinn was that Joshi was putting her on lockdown. And so, whether that means Penthouse, whether that means somewhere else here, we can actually resolve that next week when we have
Sure.
Steve and Ever back.
I prepare I guess a statement or press release for Yoshi to issue official, white paper. I don't know what they would typically say in this particular instance, other than just a reassurance to the public that we're here to protect and blah 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 blah, blah and so on and so forth, and the general caution message to shelter in place, etc. Just reinforcing what they've already said, probably.
All right, give me a manipulation roll. The more successes you get, the more effective it is.
Mm. I guess it's fives. It's all fives.
Hey, you
No,
got
you
one
thought
more.
it was
You got one more. You got one more.
Gotta push it to the limit, right? Okay, push it to the limit.
It's
There
three
you go.
until
I
you
got
get a
two. I got
one.
two. I got you two.
There you go.
Seriously,
In front of Yoshi.
even I'm starting to
before
wonder what's
sundown.
going on with this roller.
Yeah, it's a little buggy. But okay, so Foster, you draft up the best sort of peacemaking press release you can. And it convinces a lot of people to stay home, who might otherwise have just been out on the street, like the people who don't necessarily care one way or the other, and are just trying to go about their business. You successfully convince them to stay home. So, when the violence does break out, it's not that bad,
Mhm.
but you start getting messages from Styles about replicants in danger, and can you go help them?
I will.
And-
Once I finish the report, then Foster will
Okay.
disappear if he can.
All right. Well, so that is a rescue mission that we're going to cover next week, because this is the part that I very much want everybody to be available for.
Sure.
So we're going to call it a little bit early tonight. Um, but
What's
thank
Evie
you all
doing?
for playing. I'm sorry?
Oh, I was just gonna ask, like, what was Evie doing during the whole? I was just kind of curious.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I should check in with Evie also.
So I don't. You probably check in with Faiza and be like, "Hey, don't know if you picked up this vibe already, but maybe you should stay off the streets. You can shelter here with us at the station if you want, but don't be on the streets tonight."
So thumbs up emoji. Can't get to
Uh,
station. Thumbs up
c-
emoji again.
Great. But yeah, other than that, Evie's just chilling and waiting for something to happen.
All right, and things will definitely, absolutely happen. They will happen next week when we, fingers crossed, have a full cast. Thank you all for playing. You're wonderful players. This was a delight to run for all of you. Thank you to our audience. Thank you for the raiders. And to our producer. Thank you, Ben. So if we just want to do one quick round of who we are and where we can see your faces next on the internets.
I believe that is me first. Um, Hello, I am Aaron, or Cthulhu as you prefer. My pronouns are she, they, they. You can find me literally everywhere as Great Cthulhu in some fashion. You can next find me, let's see, I have recordings this coming weekend, but nothing streaming. So I think next is Thursday back here on Stolen Fires. I run public access. Of which Rachel is a player in. And we had a very lovely session last Thursday, or well, this yesterday, I guess. I'm looking forward to next week. And then I'll be back here Friday.
Hello, I'm Ben, playing Evan, or I guess either Mac or Dennis, and Mac and Dennis Manhunters, the episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Um, you can check me out here or on Twitter because I refuse to leave and I like to cost Elon Musk more money.
Hi, I'm Eric at Modern Recluse Online, and tonight I played Frosty the Snowman. You can catch me here next week, same awesome time, same awesome channel. And, take it away, Jared.
Hello, my name is Leo, and you can find me here just in general at Leo of the Black. And I also have, like I said, I started a YouTube channel recently. It is under the RPG Oracle, where I go through all the RPG games, and whether it's tabletop or video games. My first video currently that I'm working on is an update on a game called The Lies of P that's based off of the Pinocchio folktale story, actually. So I'm actually quite excited. I'm doing a lot of research for it. So
I heard it was
yeah,
good.
I'd love to see it.
All right. I have been your GM, your game runner. My name is Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere. Yeah, and so come back on Monday. We're gonna start the finale for Victory, Vigilance, and Sacrifice, a Dragon Age story. After that will be Fringeworthy, the successor to our Strahd game, a very fun universe-hopping game. Wednesday, I stream Dragon Age when I'm not really upset about BioWare letting all their talent go. And Thursday, we have public access. It's a lot of fun. It's an indie game of folk horror, nostalgia and folk horror. Is that what you'd call it?
Analog horror, yeah. Analog
Analog horror,
creepypasta.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then check back in a week to find out what happens next with all of our Blade Runners. And then we are about to go raid, so hang on for the raid as we go find some people playing Wild Sea.
Are Tanner and
Which
Evan
is-
cottagecore right
good night,
now?
everybody.
We are
You are cottage core. Good night, everyone.
cottage core.